Hi there everyone, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year to you. If you haven't been here before, my name is Ali and I'm a mum of 4 and we live in Wales just by the seaside, and I like to share on here like all our family things, like parenting tips, personal things, what we're making, what we're eating, daily vlogs, all things like that. I had a little baby, my youngest, about this time last year actually. He's coming up to 1. And so this channel's taken a bit of a backseat. I have been posting sort of sporadically, but I'm going to get back into it. And I thought I would share with you today my New Year's resolutions. Now, one of my New Year's resolutions is to bring back my YouTube channel properly. So I was posting, I think like 3 times a week, a video 3 times a week before I had the baby. And I took a bit of time out, obviously, because he was new and I wanted to focus on spending time with him. And yeah, I'm ready to get back into it now. I still don't have any childcare, so it's just sort of fitting it in when he naps, but he naps for a good amount of time in the afternoon now, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'll be able to get a little bit more done. Yeah, so I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I'm going to try and post 2 videos a week and then a weekend vlog. So that's 3 videos a week, so that's quite a lot of content. So yeah, they're going to be sit down chatty videos, me showing you how to make things. The next video coming up is going to be a plan with me video for January. I'm also planning on showing you how I make my own moisturiser. I haven't really got any other content ideas yet, so if there's anything that you want to see, write it in the comments below and I can get it made for you. I need to sit down and have a big brainstorming sesh. But yeah, that's one of my resolutions, get this channel back up. So yeah, if you haven't been here before and you fancy the sound of that, do hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. And I really want to get up to 3,000 subscribers. I'm like really close. I haven't got a goal for the end of the year. I should really have a goal. Maybe if I'd be at I'd love to be at 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but that's way too optimistic. So should we say 5,000? 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That'd be amazing. Thank you in advance. My next New Year's resolution is like more of a personal one. I'd like to start running more. Obviously after I had the baby, I did go on a bit of a diet because I put on quite a bit of weight when I was pregnant. I went on a bit of a diet. I've still got about half a stone to lose, but I'm not actually that bothered with the weight. I'm bothered like with how unfit I am and how I'm not toned at all. You can't really tell because I'm wearing a baggy top, but like, look. So it's thin, but it's what I call skinny fat. That is really bad, isn't it? There's literally there's no muscle tone left in any of my body. I'm just a big flab, basically. Which is fine, if that's how you're happy, that's fine. But I would like to be a bit more toned, so I want to get fitter as well, and I think that exercise really helps my mental health, so it's important to me. So I haven't really got time to go to the gym. I love going to the gym, but with 4 kids and a job, I just don't have time for that. So I'm going to try and go running, which is great because it's outside, it's great because it's free, and I can take the dog, which is like 2 birds with 1 stone. I don't want to say it's 2 rocks with 1 bird. 2 birds with 1 stone, because that's her walk as well. Bless her, she runs alongside me and I'm not that quick. So I downloaded the Strava app, I think, and I started before the new year just because I thought I decided to do it, so why not? So I downloaded that. So I've done 3 runs so far. I might try a park run, which is on a Saturday, because at the moment I'm doing sort of half an hour runs, and I think the park run at my speed would be about 45 minutes. Yeah, and I'm doing okay. I'm feeling good while I was doing it. Before, I've always tried to do the Couch to 5k app, and I've never got very far through it. But this time, my attitude is just run. No, even if you're really slow, just run. And I do have a little bit of a stop every now and again if I get really tired or out of breath. But the majority of it, I will run. And it just works better for me, I think. Like I said, I've only done 3, but that's my plan. So I'm trying to do 3 runs a week, and also some long walks and stuff, or if I walk with the dog and the baby. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do yoga as well, twice a week. just on YouTube. I do yoga with Adriene on YouTube, so that's also free. And I want to sign up to some like running events because I've seen loads of people do it and I think it's really motivating, and I'd really like a little collection of the little medals that you get. So I need to find a couple of races to like sign up for. I think I'm going to sign up for a couple of 5Ks because I don't want to like jinx it. I don't think I could manage 10K yet. Start off slow, like do the 5Ks, and then I could always go back next year and do the 10K versions, couldn't I? So yeah, so I'm going to brave my first park run. I'll have to take the baby to the park run because all the others are at swimming lessons. But I think you can do park run with a buggy, so that's fine. So I'm going to do that, be brave, and I'm going to sign up for a couple of races. So like, that's my New Year's resolution. I really want to carry on the running throughout the year. That'd be great. Another New Year's resolution is to start a food blog, and I have just launched it. I got it up and running over Christmas and it launched recently. It's only got 2 recipes on it, but it's launched, it's live, it looks good. It still needs a little bit of work, but it's functional. It's called WeMadeThisVegan.com if you want to head over, have a look at my 2 recipes. So my goal is to write a recipe a week at least, and then by the end of the year I'd have 54 recipes, wouldn't I? So yeah, I think that's quite an achievable goal, I think. But yeah, I really want to make a success of the food blog because obviously my parenting and lifestyle blog is really popular, but my kids are all growing up now and I'm not going to have any more, so there's only you can only write about them to a certain point. As they grow older, they're not interested in being featured on the blog, and it's difficult to write about things that you don't experience. So I've got a few more years of that, but I'd like something sort of ticking away in the background that's going to be my new work focus in a few years' time. So it's my vegan food blog. I'm really passionate about vegan food, and I struggled really with being vegan for ages, and now I'm just so into it, and I found so many yummy recipes and so many nice things to eat. I don't miss eating milk and cheese and all that much anymore. So I'd really like to share all that with people and inspire them. And I found loads of nice vegan food blogs and they've inspired me and helped me. So I'd really like to sort of do that as well. So that's my plan for that. Also for me, another resolution is to read more. I think I say this every year, but I love reading and I just don't have the time. And I am conscious that all my other resolutions are sort of time drains. So it's quite hard to say, look, I'll make time for this, but that's what I want to do. I want to like go to bed early a couple of nights a week instead of staying up late working and editing and writing. Just if I can, go to bed early, read my book in the bath. I've downloaded a few audiobooks, so I've got a long school run every day now, because our school situation has changed. So I've got a long school run, so I'm hoping to like listen to audiobooks as well on the drive, just because that's dead time otherwise, isn't it? So I'm hoping to listen to a few, like read that way as well. And yeah, I just want to get like a bit more back into literature. I've actually got an English degree and I'm really into literature. It's just, yeah, it's finding the time. So I would like to read more, and also kind of personally, but like on a parenting level, I really need to sort the kids out. I just feel like at the moment I am this is a one-woman ship. I do everything. I cook, I clean, I put their clothes out in the morning, I put their clothes away after I've done the laundry, I do the laundry, I have to tell them to brush their teeth, I have to tell them to brush their hair, and they are getting older now. And it seems a bit ridiculous when you're telling a 12-year-old every day, have you brushed your teeth, have you brushed your teeth, have you brushed your teeth? Because are they not able to know to brush their teeth when they're 12? And my other daughter, who's 8, I have to put her clothes out for her still, and she requires like daily motivation. Well, she requires like minute by minute motivation in the mornings especially. And I just do too much. I really do too much for them, I think. So I'm trying to make them, in the mornings, I want them to brush their teeth, brush their hair and get dressed without me having to tell them 3,000 times. So we're going to have a little checklist and they're going to do all that themselves, the biggest 3 anyway. So they can do all that themselves and they get their pocket money if they manage to do all these things, which isn't a big chore, is it? Brushing your own teeth and brushing your own hair without being nagged. And I also want them in the evenings to help tidy the playroom, because I've been tidying the playroom every evening and like they can tidy their own toys, especially if they make a massive mess. So I want them to take responsibility for tidying the playroom and for tidying their own bedrooms. My eldest does tidy her own bedroom, but it requires massive nagging and it gets in a state in between. But yeah, I want them to start doing the playroom, and I also want them to start clearing up after dinner. They already sort of set the table, so they'll put the knives and forks out and put the cups out for the drinks. But I'd like them to start, you know, loading the dishwasher and things like that. Like, especially my 12-year-old, she's getting more able to help with stuff like that. And I feel like after I've spent all the time cooking and serving and prepping, someone else can put the dishes in the dishwasher, can't they? Otherwise, I think I'm failing a little bit at parenting if I'm not teaching them how to do these sort of more basic, like, life tasks that you have to learn. It's, you know, it's not all about maths and English. It's sometimes you have to, well, all the time, you have to know how to wash up and you have to know how to load the dishwasher and you have to realise that there are chores that have to be done. So yeah, I want to be a bit stricter, and I'm really very, like, a soft parent. I don't think I back up my threats enough, especially with my little boy. He's really naughty and I think I give in too easily. I need to be firmer, so I want to be firmer this year. Like, they answer me back all the time. The kids answer me back. They're really terrible. I just would like a little bit more respect. That's why I want people to help me out a little bit, because these aren't just my jobs and they're like for the family, and I just not answer back. And like once in a while try and do as you're asked. Yeah, I don't know, obviously I don't know if every parent feels the same, maybe, I don't know, but yeah, I want to be a bit firmer. And then my last resolution or goal for the year, I guess these are more goals for the year than resolutions, is that I want to redecorate some of the house. If you've been here a while, you'll know that we moved in here, it's coming up to 4 years ago now. It was a big renovation project and we did it, but we did it all really quickly. And some of it we did on a bit of a budget because we only had to find out of money to do quite a big house, and we had quite a few jobs to do. So like, especially some of the decorating, we just sort of budget decorated. So I want to redecorate the front room, because in that room we just painted over the wallpaper and you can see the pattern of the wallpaper underneath coming through a bit now. And also there's a bit of candle damage. You know, when you put a candle by the wall and it's got black smoke, it's a bit of candle damage. And we never replaced the floor in that room. It's got really, really horrible, cheap laminate floor, which is like actually threadbare in some places. And there's a big patch that is like got a hole in the floor, I think, that we stuck tape over and put a big lamp on top. So the floor's really desperate to be done. So I want to put like a really nice like real wood floor down. So that was going to cost a bit of money, so we've left it until we had the money to be able to do that floor properly. So I'm going to decorate. I've already bought the paint and I was going to get a decorator in, but I think I'm going to try and decorate it myself because it's just a paint job. So I'm going to paint it and then get someone to lay the floor properly. So that's, and then I need to buy some new cushions for the sofas, maybe a new coffee table, because the coffee table is just battered. Basically it's like a wood table from IKEA, and my little boy played his cars on it like this, so it's just got dents all over it. So if I find one that I like, I'm going to replace the coffee table. So I want to do that, and then I'm going to redecorate the 2 girls' bedrooms, because my eldest is 12 now, she'll going to be 13 in March, so she wants a double bed, and to be fair, like, she needs a bit of an upgrade in style to sort of a more teenage room. And then my other daughter, she's 8 now, and she was, what, 5 when we moved in? She's gonna be 9 in February, so yeah, she was 5 when we moved in, and obviously 9, she's outgrown her room as well. So in their rooms, I'm just going to change their feature wall colour, put new vinyl stickers up. I'm gonna have to change their blinds and buy new rugs just give it a little general freshen up and move around and declutter. So yeah, I want to do both of their rooms. And then in the kitchen, we're saving up to redo the floor in there in the next couple of years. We want to put some underfloor heating down in there. Because again, we just put like quite basic laminate in there, but because we didn't have the money to do like underfloor heating and tiles, and we knew that we had small children and I didn't want tiles in the kitchen with small children. So in a couple of years, when the baby's like walking steadily, we're going to rip that floor up, put underfloor heating down and put some nice tiles down. And we're also going to change the worktops, but that's not this year. But in the meantime, I'm going to just give the paint a bit of a freshen up, because it's, like I said, it's been 4 years since we moved in and the kitchen was done within the first few months. So that paintwork's 4 years old now, so it really does need a freshen up. But that's quite an easy job. I think I'm also going to try and do the utility room, because it is a massive dumping ground and it just needs more shelving or something in there. It needs something better than what's there. It's not the biggest space. So I think if I buy some more storage units to go on top of the worktop I've got in there, that would work better, and it would help it, because there's nowhere to put anything, so everything just sort of gets dumped. So that's also what I want to do. So what's that? The front room, 2 girls' bedrooms, utility room, and a freshen up of the kitchen. So that's 5 rooms in the house that I want to update this year. So that's not the smallest task either. But yeah, I quite enjoy doing that. So I will video all of those and blog all of those, so you'll be able to watch them as well. So that'll create content. So it's win-win, isn't it? She says. So by the end of the year, I'm going to be a frazzled mess, because as you can tell, I've just given myself loads of stuff to do. But yeah, I've rattled on for long enough about what I'm going to planning for the year. Like, they're probably, like I said, they're not resolutions as such, they're goals for the year, something to work towards. And I really like watching these things back, or if I blog about them, reading them back. Always read them back at the end of the year to see what I managed to do. Yeah, I just love New Year. I find it really like inspiring and a new start, and yeah, I get motivated at New Year. So why not just go along with the ride and make the most of that motivation. So yeah, it's been lovely chatting with you, and like I said, please do leave me any comments or any content that you want to see, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of these great videos that are coming out, and like this video, and then that helps me grow my channel. So thanks so much, I'll see you soon, bye.